Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin forwarded to me, and the message reads like this. Hello, how are you? Can you please post my own story? So this is the sacrifice that I did. I am married off to a mermaid spirit, and I got married to this mermaid spirit at a Durban beach, and most of the people, they wonder how I made it in just a few years, and I like it when people wonder and think that maybe I did some corrupt dealings, because the woman who initiated me told me to start a business, and since I had money already and financial support from her, including a company, she had the technical know-how. I then went on the bidding for a tender, and after I had won that tender, I made sure that everyone was supposed to know that I had won a tender. For mine was not won through corruption, but it was because financially I was prepared, and technically I had the know-how through some of the people that had came and joined my company from her company. This was the woman that I started dating when I was still in Joburg, when I had came to Joburg to look for work. And when people think that all the money that I had, it is because I am a tenderpreneur, I feel that it is far much better for people to suspect that I am corrupt than for people to see me as a ritualist. It does not have a nice vibe to it. This is my own confession, how I joined Satanism by dating an older sugar mom who brought me to Durban. So people just think that my money came from that company. They see me driving my beautiful car, even wearing your finest clothes, but they just think that I was lucky, the guy who got lucky and won a tender. But the truth is that in reality, I paid a huge price. In Joburg at that time, I had this other woman that I was dating, and after we had dated for a couple of years, she fell pregnant. When I was married off to a marine spirit, my daughter was still very young. Unfortunately, because of her age, she was not allowed to live anymore, for she had to die. I grew up in Mdantsane, Eastern Cape. Life was really difficult, no matter how hard we would try as a family, but we never had any money. It was just poverty. And then I grew up and I came to Joburg. I had this other friend of mine who had invited me to Joburg. He said that I could get a job as a security officer. I came and I started staying with him. I did not like the place at all, because he had told me that he was staying with another guy. He did not tell me that they were staying in a crowded room in an apartment, even though it was beautiful from the outside, but inside the room was divided with so many sheets, so much that everyone had a small space. The difficult part was when guys will get drunk and then they would bring their ladies, making so much noise. And I would go out, just hang out, not because I wanted to, but I just wanted to relax, thinking about the life that I had left my parents. And when I was dating that girl, when she fell pregnant, that was when I met a rich older woman who was also from Joburg. So this woman, she was much older than I was, and I spotted her at this other place where I was drinking alcohol with my friends. We did not have money. They encouraged me when she kept on looking at me to go and speak with her. She bought me drinks and my friend, but I was sitting with her throughout the night. She then told me that she wanted us to go to a nice quiet place, and then we went there and we relaxed and we slept together. And she said that she knew that I had another girl in my life. She asked me about that girl, and I told her that there was this girl that I was dating and I did not have money. She said, but now God has given you a woman who can give you money. What are you going to do? I said, okay, it is fine. What will I be doing with you? She said, wake me, then you and we can be happy together. But I am only going to allow you to keep on dating this girl until I tell you that you cannot do it anymore. Are you able to do that? I do not want you to see other women using my money. And if you do that, I will bring hell on earth for you, and for sure you're going to suffer. We kept on dating. Life quickly changed. Moved out of that dirty apartment, and I started staying with my girlfriend in a quiet neighborhood. Everything was being sponsored by my sugar mommy, to such an extent that she even knew that I had a sugar mama, and I would even go out even for a week with her. There was a time when she took me on a trip to Durban. She was like, "Come with me to Durban. I can change your life." And I was hesitant. I did not want to stay in Durban. When we went there on that trip, she booked me in a 5-star hotel on a beachfront. For the first time in my life, I slept on a bed that was so soft, and it felt like I was sleeping on the clouds. But it was so strange. Me and her, we spoke and we spoke throughout the night until she convinced me that I was supposed to run away from my girlfriend. I ran away from Joburg and I came to Durban, and then we stayed at one of her beach houses, very beautiful, such that we used to sleep on the balcony overlooking the ocean. One night, whilst we were there, I think it was somewhere around 2 a.m., but in the afternoon, there were some weird looking men that were from Mozambique that were there with us. I thought that maybe they were her business associates. I did not know, but they were from Mozambique. That is what she told me. Later on in the afternoon, there were different people that came of all races, and then they started to have a party. It was a nice thing, but not for me because I was having a terrible headache, and she said it was fine. I was supposed to pretend. So we were on the balcony whilst people were partying downstairs. She woke me up at exactly 2 a.m. and said it is time. She took me downstairs. Those people were already waiting for us. We went to the beach. When we were there, that was when I was given a candle, and she told me to strip myself naked. I did that, and I went and I stood in the water. It was cold. I started shaking. I wanted to ask her some questions, why she was doing this to me in front of other people, because I was totally naked at that time. But she said, "Do not speak, otherwise these people that are gathered here, they will walk away, and they are supposed to be here so that they can be your witness." Before I knew it, I felt the ocean as it was moving. Then the water opened up, and then they started cheering, but they did not do this so as to cause a commotion. They were just cheering silently, like, yay. And then I saw a woman that appeared. This woman came out of the sea, and it was like she walked on top of the water until she came to the place where I was. That lady that I was dating then took the candle and handed it over to the mermaid spirit. It returned back to the water with that candle as it was still burning, and then I was told that if it happens that this mermaid will return back with the fire still burning on the candle, then it meant that I had been accepted by the marine spirits, and that is exactly what happened. This mermaid came back. It had a necklace as well as a ring, which I have to wear on my finger at all the times. That is how I got married and I got initiated into Satanism. After that night, of course, my life had already changed because I was living a different kind of a lifestyle ever since I had started dating that sugar mama of mine. But she had never given me a huge sum of amount saying that you will run away or this money will make you to go crazy. Then she gave me money that changed my life overnight. I didn't even have to work. Opened up and company, started running my business, no experience, and it was booming. And then she informed me to run for a tender, and she assisted me with the paperwork and everything. The problem now is that I can't sleep with an ordinary woman again. I can't. I really cannot do that. I only sleep with her, even though she is old. And she's quite old. I don't want to lie to you, and I don't want to say a lot of stuff. The problem is that I am not allowed to sleep with women with my age, with the money that I have. Wherever I go to, women will look at me because they see me as a successful man and they want to be with me, but I cannot be with them, and it is very difficult to date a woman and then you start avoiding her when it comes time for you to be intimate. I once tried it twice. I tried to sleep with this other girl that I had met. She was very beautiful. When it came time for us to sleep together, I could not see a private part. That place where the private part was supposed to be, it was closed up. What I saw, she could not see it, and then we had a big fight. She accused me of being high on drugs because here and there, because of the depression, I do smoke a lot of weed, like a lot of it. So she said that I was too high. That is why I could not find where her private part was, for she could see where it was. But on my side, I just saw her. She was just plain. There was nothing there. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admins. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Can you just imagine?